the blood on the doorposts isn't about what things look like when you accomplish the change you're trying to accomplish. It's about making a gesture that demonstrates your willingness to set yourself apart and to sort of openly and publicly label yourself as wanting to operate in opposition to the ideology of your oppressor. So, or to put in other terms, to kind of blaspheme against the false gods that are currently being used to bar your way to serving Hashem more fully. So a symbolic gesture of that kind, it doesn't need to be like the same thing as what you're eventually trying to turn the world into in some way. And I think that it's almost always kind of scary and weird to think too far ahead about what the world could be transformed into, because huge changes that happen over a very long period of time, that's just the story of humanity in general. Huge changes that happen over a very short period of time are terrifying to almost everyone. And it's very hard to get a lot of consensus behind them, and also very hard to appreciate all their consequences. And so I think that even if, you have a vision of where you're trying to get, if it's not going to be that you get there tomorrow or a year from now or 10 years from now, there's still a lot of thinking that can be done about what are the more incremental gestures that should be made now in order to kind of point in the right direction and get people more aligned, so that they're working towards that common goal with some coherence. And I think that, does just raise the question of like, what can people do with their household that involves some kind of material sacrifice, that has an element of doing something that's public so that people can kind of join the movement and use common signs. Because this is about a demonstration at some level, right? This is saying, how do you turn your home into a permanent demonstration, so that instead of like once a week going out and blocking traffic and disrupting the everyday functioning of society, and basically doing this like sort of low-grade violence against the normal functioning of society in order to try to get leverage to do what you want. How do you advertise to everyone, hey, this is the way I'm voting, so to speak. I'm voting with my house. I'm putting this on the doorposts of my house so you see how I'm voting. And it's not just a lawn sign, but it's something that kind of demonstrates a willingness to sacrifice, and a willingness to blaspheme against false gods, and a willingness to, or an eagerness, let's say, to serve Hashem according to how he has commanded. So we may need to go digging in halakha for something that would fit the bill in this case. I don't know if it actually would be lamb's blood in this current historical moment, but I'm not sure I know what the best suggestion would be yet.
We would like to encourage our viewers to share these videos with friends and send in your responses. If you would like to obtain Birkon Nusach Eretz Yisrael or invite the rabbi for a speaking engagement, please email us at office@machonshilo.org.